Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 32 on double integrals. So from last 3 or 4 lectures we are doing problems on double integrals using polar coordinates. So let's do one more problem of this type. Here we are asked to evaluate this double integral by changing into polar coordinates. So here order of integration is first with respect to x and then with respect to y. So these are the limits of variable x and these are the limits of variable y. So we will convert this integral into polar integral by the substitution x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. So everything will be converted in terms of polar coordinates r and theta. So to determine the limits of r and theta, we first require the region of integration that we will sketch using these limits of x and y. So first we have written the limits of integration which are given in the given double integral. X is from 0 to x equal to square root of a square minus y square and y is from 0 to a, and this is equation of circle. If we take square on both sides, we have x square plus y square equal to a square, which is a circle with center, origin and radius a, and this x equal to 0 is y axis, this is x axis, and this is the line parallel to x axis. So first we find out the region of integration. We need to sketch this circle that I have already sketched here. This circle is x square plus y square equal to a square. Then we require y equal to 0, which is x axis. Y axis means x equal to 0, and another line is y equal to a. So this circle is circle with center 0 0 and radius a. So this point is a0 and this point is 0 a. So the line y equal to a is the horizontal line passing through this point. It is line parallel to x axis. So this is the line y equal to a. So our region is bounded between y equal to 0 and y equal to a, and x starts from 0 and x equal to square root of a square minus y square. So our region starts from x equal to 0 and it goes up to circle, and y is in between 0 and y equal to a. So this is the region of integration. Region of integration is region in the first quadrant. First quadrant of the circle is the region of integration for given problem. So now we decide the limits of integration for variables r and theta. For variable r, we imagine a ray starting from origin and passing through the region, and these are the points at which ray enters in the region and ray leaves the region. Now this point is at origin. At this point value of r is 0, so lower limit for r is 0. The point at which ray is leaving the region is on the circle x square plus y square equal to a square, and we know that x square plus y square is equal to r square. So this x square plus y square equal to a square has polar form r equal to a. So we can write that it leaves at r equal to a, and the smallest possible value of theta is at this point. At this point value of theta is 0, and we have to go up to this point. So at this point value of theta is pi by 2. So theta is having limits from 0 to pi by 2, and limits of r are from 0 to r equal to a. So once we have limits of integration, we can evaluate this double integral by converting it into polar coordinates. So we consider this substitution. We take x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. So we know that dx dy will be replaced by r times dr d theta. And for limits, as we discussed, we imagine a ray starting from origin and passing through the region. As we discuss here, we have imagined this ray which is starting from origin and passing through the region. So limits of integration are from r equal to 0 to r equal to a, and theta is from 0 to pi by 2. So now we are able to convert this Cartesian integral into polar integral. Y is replaced by r sin theta. We will put x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. So y is r sin theta and square of y is r square sin square theta. X square plus y square is r square and under root of r square is r, and this dx dy is replaced by r times dr d theta. Limits of r are from 0 to a and theta is from 0 to pi by 2. Now we can combine the powers of r. Here we have r square, this is also r into r square, so we have r raised to 4 sin square theta. So that we rewrite in this way. Now first integration is with respect to r, so here we will consider variable theta as constant. So sin square theta is constant. Integral of r raised to 4 is r raised to 5 divided by 5. Limits are from r equal to 0 to r equal to a. So first we put r equal to a, that is a raised to 5 sin square theta divided by 5 minus r equal to 0, that will make lower limit 0. So we have a raised to 5 sin square theta divided by 5. Now this a raised to 5 by 5 is constant independent of theta, which we can take outside the integral, and then we have sin square theta from 0 to pi by 2. So here we can use reduction formula. We have discussed reduction formula before this. Integral of sin raised to n theta d theta is given by n minus 1, n minus 3 and so on, and n minus 2 and so on into k, where k is pi by 2 if n is even and 1 if n is odd. Here k equal to 2, which is even, so we consider pi by 2. Here we start with n minus 1, n is 2, so 2 minus 1 is 1, and here we consider n equal to 2. And as we know, if first factor is odd, we stop when we obtain 1, and if first factor is even, we stop when we obtain 2. Therefore we have only one term in numerator and denominator, and if we multiply all this, we have pi a raised to 5 divided by 20. So this is the value of given integral after converting it into polar coordinates. So we can observe that this is very helpful method for evaluating this type of integrals. If we are asked to evaluate this integral and we are not specified that change into polar coordinates and then evaluate, then also it is better to convert this integral into polar integral and then evaluate. So this is all about this session. I hope you like this. Thank you very much.